Good evening, people. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How you guys doing? Welcome back to KH No Filter Football. Today we are doing a post-match review. We're gonna do a preview for Spurs, and we're gonna take call-ins from you guys. You can tell us how you feel about the Zenit game, and what do you guys think about the Spurs game, and if we're gonna suck or not. Well, we're gonna do like the formalities, guys. You have all the links to all these guys, plus the guys that we have who are not here in the description. You can guys go ahead and follow them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that crap. Like the same thing, same old, same old. But now I'm gonna say hi to people. Will, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Christopher, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all good, an interesting day, a few fights today and stuff, all good.
Fight? Which fight? Oh yeah.
There's been a
Big
few
up.
fights today.
Big up, Jester. Big up, Jester.
Yeah, Chester, man, you made me laugh.
Kai, before we start, am I doing the
Yeah.
comments or are you?
You should do the comment. You should do the comment. Just do them slowly and not like like repetitively, like a serial killer.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He should be. Okay. All right. I'll read some comments. You guys can meet your comment for like 2 minutes, then we start. He should be dropped, but won't Kai. Honestly, you said your tweets yesterday. You don't show the highlight. Well, it's because the last time we had a good striker, it was this guy, the guy that I'm wearing his shirt now. I mean, like a winger. It was Hazard, who I love to death. But we move. Sometimes nice things you have to let go of nice things and have some crappy things for a while. And that's my opinions about our wingers at the moment. But let's start with the Zenit game. You guys enjoy it?
No,
You didn't enjoy it? Well, I didn't enjoy it, of course. I mean, well, why didn't you enjoy
it
it?
was so boring. They just sat back, soaked pressure, and that was it. You couldn't create shit.
Well, do you think? See, I think we can't create because that formation just kind of limits us. Like because we have we are solid at the back, but we're not. We're a man down in midfield, which kind of in the end kind of makes us like play with a man less when we attack as well.
Kai, I've seen
So-
more creativity at the Lego store when kids are allowed to build whatever
Yeah.
Lego they want. All right.
It is a bit sad because it's kind of annoying. Yeah, we're not conceding goal, but we're also not scoring that often unless Lukaku does like a masterclass. Chris, what do you think about the game?
You know what? Like, I think we underestimate Zenit though. Like, because they are champions, they are a good team.
Yeah.
Like, this Russian, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. I think his name was Daniel. He told us about like their strengths. Like, they had good midfielders and all that. But like, yeah, we did play badly. Like, we didn't create for Lukaku. I thought Lukaku did everything in that game he could have. Like, he finished his chance when he had that one like slight good chance in the air. He took it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like his link up was good, but like my God, like Ziyech and Mason Mount, by far they was the worst players in that pitch that game because that game they didn't create for anything. They didn't really move that much. Like and Mason Mount's he can move around a lot, but he didn't really do much movement in that game. I don't know what's up with Mason Mount. He just seems a bit off to me. I don't know what it is. Like I think maybe we should like try Timo Werner. I think for Lukaku, like I think we might have seen a bit more in that attack because that attack was very poor, very poor.
Yeah.
And our wing backs as well.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. I was gonna say about wing backs.
Yeah.
Our wing backs didn't really help our like attackers, did they? Like they didn't really push forward. Like Reece James, he's too safe sometimes, and I really like Reece James, but he plays it too safe, and that's a bit of a worry, I would say.
Yeah. Well, you know what? For me, I've said it. I'm not happy with the formation. Like I think the formation. We need to do something to kind of utilize the best of our players, not just our defense. I get that we need to defend, but I don't understand why we need to defend like this much against such like teams who are
low blocking teams. Yeah,
no, obviously inferior to us, like on all areas. I don't understand like why do we have to play defensively. And about Mason Mount, I'm like.
You have your way with it.
No, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Everybody's talking about Ziyech and everybody. I think Ziyech has been bullied, and yeah, deservedly so. I think Ziyech was absolute dog shit. But at the same time, Mason Mount has been dog shit as well. At least Ziyech could put a few passes together. Mason Mount was just losing the fucking ball every fucking time he got it.
I don't know what Mason Mount did in that game. I really don't.
Yeah, he didn't. He just lost the ball. And then you have dumbasses like Johnny being like, oh, but it's the issues from the midfield. The midfield is blah blah blah. I'm like, no, the midfield is the only reason we didn't fucking concede because they actually won the ball back every time like he lost it. It just drives me mad that we have to like this kid is untouchable, and
He isn't
I
untouchable.
don't think he had the best season this season. Like since the beginning of the season, he didn't have that good season. People kept telling me, oh,
I
he had
think
that
he is
assist
starting
to
slow,
Reece
yeah.
James. Yeah, but that assist to Reece James, he literally just passed it. It was literally a pass
Yeah,
back to the other wing, to the other side. It's not like some
I think
amazing fucking pass,
honestly, I think
Yeah.
our squad is very good, but I think it's a bit fucked at the same time because you've got
Yeah.
players like Havertz that you need to be played. You need to play him a bit, normally a bit narrowly. You don't want him hugging the touchline or he'll get
Yeah,
bullied.
yeah.
Mount's not an attacker. You want him in midfield 3. Ziyech is perfect on the right, a bit more out wide, creating chances, dropping a bit more essentially during the game. Werner's not a
Yeah.
left winger, and he's not
He's
been
not.
able to get in the team as a left forward. It's so
Yeah.
weird. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's just for me, I'm just tired of it. I'm just fucking tired of it. Because, like, I get it, and people will be like, "Oh yeah, but we won the Champions League playing this formation." I'm like, "Yeah, we won the Champions League, but we didn't have the best finish in the league. We struggle against the smaller team who like just fucking sit behind the ball and just fucking like defend it inshallah the whole fucking game. We
You know,
we
you know
need
the
we need some
formation thing.
attackers. Yeah, yeah.
I
Go ahead.
think like defensively there should be like obviously go to a back five or I don't know what it is, but like when we
Yeah.
attack, I think maybe like it pushes to a different formation, 4-2-2, or it's
Mhm.
depending who we're going to attack. Like I would like the Navy even see as 4-2-2, Timo, Lukaku, and the 2 attacking tens or something maybe, or like a Mason Mount who could actually fit in and he drops in between, and then you got still like a Kai Havertz in there or something,
Yeah.
and you still have like 2 attackers there. I don't know, like. We gotta do like try different things as well. Sometimes I feel like because we will get caught out because Lukaku, he's saving us. I think he is actually saving us at the minute. Like the Aston Villa game,
Okay.
I definitely win without him, and the Zenit game, we definitely don't win without Lukaku because we just didn't create anything. He is saving us at the minute.
Well, what do you feel is like the biggest kind of like hindrance to our attack? Is it? Do you think it's the formation and the lack of like midfielders and attackers, or do you think it's the own player individuality? Like,
For
what
me,
do you
it's
think?
not. It's not the formation because I feel like most formations, if you have the right characters and you have the right profile players, any formation can work in theory. So I wouldn't say it's the formation, but if we're gonna play, it's so annoying because it's not annoying because we won the Champions League, obviously. But you see what happened with Conte? He got us playing that.
No, it is
certain way.
it is annoying because it's not an interesting football to watch.
But what
I don't
mean
enjoy
is,
watching Australian
let's say
football
we
anymore.
go and buy. Let's say Tuchel wants to keep this and says, let's buy Theo Hernandez. That's just as an example, as a wing back.
Yeah.
Or he wants to buy another wing back on the right hand side. When
Yeah.
he leaves, I mean, Theo Hernandez would be fine. But if we got a right-sided wing back, then what are they going to do? We need to, I don't know, the board and Tuchel need to work it out and base next summer's targets off the team that he wants to play that other managers can come in and use. Because we don't want to get into a cycle where we're buying system players again. I think, honestly, next year we're going to go for a winger and a centre-back. I think it'll either be Koundé / De Ligt. It'll be one of those two. And I think, honestly, I think we'll pay Kiesa's release clause. And I'm going to drop the agenda because I can't lie. Some of our wingers are making me want Chiesa. And I never thought I'd ever say that. But
Chiesa's good. I would have got. I didn't Chelsea like wasn't interested in him.
He is good. He's improved a lot. Okay, I was wrong. I was a bit harsh on him. Very.
Oh
harsh.
shit, man! That's a historical moment. We'll finally admit he's wrong about something. God damn.
But you've got Ziyech. I'm sorry, for a 28-year-old, he's meant to be of a top European quality. The fact that he's got 0 created chances in 2 games is absolutely diabolical. It is shocking. He's on his favoured side as well, so there's no excuses. Even against Villa, forced Kai out onto a side, which he's a bit less comfortable on. It makes no fucking sense. He is, yes, he's tried to improve off the ball a little bit, but he still gets shrugged off. It's just, it's annoying. It's annoying, and I think we will improve on him.
So for you, it's not. It's the individual kind of quality, and not really that.
It's a bit
formation.
of both, but to fix the problem of the formation, you've got to go and sign a bunch of players that suit the way you want to play. And I don't know if we are going to get another manager that wants to play this shape. So I think personally we have to change shape. You
don't think we can play 4 at the back with our squad? I think we can.
We can.
We have the players for
of course we can. We can. But yeah, probably playing a 4-3-3 would work, but that means players that I wouldn't start Havertz in a 4-3-3. No way.
Yeah, but we don't have to. We can play them the way he played in PSG, with like we had two kind of like two strikers, but not really, like where they actually interchange with each other, and he still had wingers around them, you know. Rather than the shit that we have now, where we have like fucking three number 10s.
Honestly,
I mean, two number 10s and a striker. It's just fucking confusing.
I see us playing a 4-2-2, but almost at different stages goes into a 4-2-3-1 with Havertz dropping a bit deeper, then playing as almost like a second striker. I could see that happening with Lukaku. Then you play maybe Pulisic and Mount / Ziyech, or the other way around. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, don't know.
All right, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we watched the Zenit game. You know, it highlighted how good Lukaku is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But for me, it also highlighted kind of like I guess you could say like the imperfections or the limitations of Mason Mount for me as an attacker. For me, he takes at the final third, he takes too much fucking time on the ball. His passing is sloppy. He's too slow with his passing. I can't believe fucking people like Johnny will tell you that has a better first touch than Balak. But we move to that, like we move from that. But the reality is, man, like what is this gonna take for this kid to have some fucking time on the bench? Last game he didn't play and we won comfortably 3-0. So why can't he rest? Or do you think he's going to not play him in the Spurs game? That's why he played him in the Champions League.
Honestly, Kai, I think this is the best comment I've read so far. He does deserve criticism, but I wouldn't judge him overall. I wouldn't write him off this season at all. I think he's gonna have a great season. I just don't think he's an attacker. And if he is an attacker, put him on that right hand side. On the left, he always takes the extra touch, and it gives him time to overthink. When Havertz on that right hand side, they know Havertz is probably more of a threat in the final. Is he more of a threat in the final third? Probably a bit more, because he's more of a goal scorer, isn't he? When
but
Mount
also
has all that time, he then makes he normally overthinks it. On that right hand side, he's superb. I don't remember a bad game with him on that right hand side. Under Tuchel, I don't remember a bad game. So I don't know. Against Tottenham, I'd probably start him and I'd drop Ziyech. But that's because I think out of all the attackers we have, I don't trust Adoy yet, because he's not had a game in left wing since the Everton game in March.
Yeah, but I
don't trust Werner there either yet.
But for me, that's one of my main issues with Tuchel. Yeah, I love what he has done for Chelsea. Yeah, but we have wingers. We don't have number 10s, and when we play them as number 10s, they don't play that well because they need the width. Like when I'm talking about like Pulisic, we're talking about Shaw, we're talking about all of them. Those guys potentially can be a lot better if they played a little bit wider. I don't understand, why do we have to stick to this formation if it's not like the first season that we struggled for goals? It was last season as well. Now we're gonna be completely dependent on Lukaku in this fucking formation, and then whenever we can't do shit, like whenever he gets injured or when he get like marked too much by too many defenders, what are we gonna be left for? We're gonna be left for Mount, who struggles passing whenever there's pressure on them. Werner, who is completely fucking dyslexic when he shoots. Then we have Havertz, who sometimes he has confidence, sometimes he doesn't. You know, like
I think
we have a lot of inconsistencies. Yeah,
and we have Shaw, who's I don't fucking even know what level he is. Either he's a youth player or he's a fucking elite player. I don't fucking understand. To be honest.
The thing is, Kai, I feel like I feel like our squad has improved, as in it's more consistent, the level throughout. But I think we
can drag out results. Yeah,
when you win titles, you normally have 3 to 4 players which you know are going to stand out. So let's say under Conte in 16-17, that was Kante, Hazard, Costa, I guess, and maybe someone else. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. David Luiz was excellent. Alonso was, etc., etc. We have a load of good players, and then I'd say we have maybe Kante, Lukaku, who for me are our standout players. Maybe Jorginho as well. Do you get what I mean? I feel like we just need that little bit more in our squad, that little bit more firepower. If that's a Chiesa, a Sane, etc., etc., just that little bit more, because I think there's a couple of players in this squad which I think gets. I really rate Mount. Yeah, he's not an attacker. I really rate him. I would rather us be a better team though than Mason Mount play every week, if you get what I mean. So if that means if Pulisic comes in and has an amazing run of form, if Mount has to drop for us to win, you know, he's got to drop to the bench for a few games for us to win. I don't think Mount is not a problem. I don't think. I don't think Mount is a problem whatsoever.
I
He's very
mean,
good
for
player.
me, but for me, my main issues with Mount is because I know we can upgrade on him. I know we can get a better player than him to play in the same position. So for me, when people tell me, "Oh, he's not a problem," he's also not a fucking solution. I think we can get better, which is why I always consistently say, "Okay, he's good, but is he that good that he can start in for Chelsea week in and week out?" And
As
he haven't
yeah,
proven to me. Yeah, he has a few good assists, but consistently, other than this fucking pressing around like a fucking I don't know what, like a crackhead, I'm not convinced with his ability. His ability on the ball, I'm not convinced with. His passing, I'm not convinced with. So for me, if we could upgrade on him, why not? Why does he have
I'm
to be a fucking
convinced with
starter at
him
Chelsea at his age?
I'm convinced with him when he's on that right hand side and he has less time to think. I think when he makes those snappy decisions, I think normally the ball is really good. This is
I
true
don't
as
know.
well. I've looked at Chiesa on there's a lot of I can't pronounce it, analysis websites, yeah, or analytical
Yeah.
websites, whatever you want to call it. And I've looked at his in-depth stats and even clips, yeah.
Yeah.
Chiesa is he's pretty well rounded. His off the ball work's very good. He makes good runs. He presses well. He makes a lot of tackles for a player in his position. His goal scoring record's good.
Yeah.
Good number of assists. If we go and get him and Ziyech leaves, honestly, I don't think Ziyech is a bad player. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't think he's a bad player. At a
Yeah.
club where there's less pressure, he'll probably do well. I honestly, I don't say it's about many players either these days. I don't. Ziyech has got a. If Ziyech doesn't improve quick, he's not going to get back in this team, and it's a shame because he looked like he was going to go into good form and he got injured. But
Okay.
yeah, it's
RLC to start for Chelsea. The only fucking Chelsea team RLC will start for is the youth or the women's team. Well, he's not making it to the Chelsea first team. No fucking way, man. Jesus Christ. You guys are tripping, man. Let it go, man. Let it go. Like Frozen. There's no fucking way he's gonna be a starter for Chelsea. No fucking way.
you know, with Mason Mount, no, I was gonna say like purely just attacking, he doesn't really
Yeah.
offer much. I don't think like he won't get like a bag full of assists. He won't get like a bunch of goals. Like he's just not that type of player. But like
Because he's
I
playing
think
attacking position. So for
yeah,
me,
yeah, and that's just holding him back. And I understand that. Like to me, he's just an 8. Like that's his best position. We know that. Like he can run
Yeah.
up and down, he's box to box, and
Yeah.
he fills in the midfield. But like
If-
just purely attacking and creative, he's just not there. And I know that, and he offers a lot of good things as well, of course. But like it's just not enough attacking, and it's just frustrating.
honestly, Chris, if I could name a Chelsea team which I'd love to play this season in a 4-3-3, it would
Yeah.
consist of a midfield of Jorginho, Kante. They're my starters week in, week
Mhm.
out, and then Kovacic and Mount in that final position. Whether it's Mount or Kovacic, you decide. I don't care.
Or
I'd personally go Mount.
Kante, you know, because he's not fully fit always.
Yeah, I'd go.
Yeah, it's all rotation.
Exactly. I'd go with Mount first to see in a 3, just because I feel like that's more balanced then. But then a front 3 of, see, this is what I mean. We've got Havertz. Havertz kind of has to play 70.
but we can. Why can't we play a 4-2-3-1? I think Havertz like behind the 10, he could do
I
it.
think we need a 3-man midfield, Kai. Honestly, I think that's what we got to do. I think a 3-man midfield is perfect.
Yeah, but if I had a 3-man midfield, I would play Kante, Kovacic, and Ruben, and what's his name?
Not Ruben.
Not Ruben. Yeah, Ruben.
Jorginho, I'm guessing.
I'd rather play you over Ruben. Yeah, Jorginho. Yeah, that would be my midfield because I think all of them are better. I think Kovacic and Jorginho by far much better passes than Mount. They retain the ball better. They keep the ball. So I don't see a reason for me to start Mount ahead of them, unless he plays over Kante. And I think Kante has a better winning ability than Mount.
See, I don't know. I would play Mount. I think he's got a bit more going forward than Kovacic. I think Kovacic his long pass.
Yeah, but what's the point if he can go forward but he can't pass? It's not good at passing.
He can pass though. He can pass.
What do you think, Chris?
He can.
I think Mount can kind of pass. Like he ain't got like the best like sexy looking pass, like you know, like flare band, but like he can pass. Like I guess like the simple passes. He can have an odd like good ball in him. Like it's just like I think his main issue, like Kai has like said for a long time, is his decision making is really bad. And I think I get that because he's 22. Like he's just gonna learn off it. But
then
like
Chris,
sorry.
What I'd say with that though, I don't even think I just think it's in certain situations his decision making is bad. There's some players that will never have good decision making. I don't think you can teach that. I think you can coach
I
certain
think you can learn it.
But I think some players just have it. I don't think Mount actually, as I said, when he's on the right, I don't think I can't remember a bad game with him on the right.
I put him on the right, if anything. If we are
I
going
think
to play
he's just got. I think
side.
he's really good on the right.
To be fair, I prefer him on the bench, man. I just
I know you would.
I've never rated him as high as others, but it could be just because I saw midfielders like Balak, Lampard, like Fabregas, all these guys play for Chelsea.
I understand that.
And for me, he's nothing special, man. Other than the fact that he's on Red Bull or Monster drinks, I'm not a fan of
He's a
him.
very good player, though. I think.
Yeah, but he's not an elite midfielder, man. He's just not interesting to watch.
He will be, though. He will be. He
will be. Yeah, but that's you basically giving me a promise, man. So far,
who's your best front three anyway, Kai? Like, who's your best front three for you?
Right now, it would be. However, I would play a front four actually. I would play a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, okay. I would have Pulisic, Cho or Werner. Yeah, Cho or Werner. Then Lukaku up front and Havertz as a 10. Not really as a 10, like a shadow striker, like what Juventus used to do. Yeah, I think that lineup would spread so many asses, man. It would be fucking glorious. But instead, we're having three fucking defenders, and then when we attack, Rudiger runs around like a fucking meth head, and he just shoots it outside. I just don't enjoy the football that we're playing right now. It's for me, it's like we have such a good quality, and instead we're just playing kind of a pressing game mixed with a counter game, and yeah.
He's not going to change it anytime soon.
Yeah, I know, but we're going to keep struggling for goals, and Lukaku is going to bail us.
I think the reality though with Tuchel, he won't change it unless it's broken. If he's getting results like game in, game out, he's just got to keep that way, in my opinion, because you don't change it, do you? And if say we win the Premier League this way, I don't think like Kai, you're going to really like care. Like all we do is want to win the Premier League because we ain't won it since 2017. It's been a while actually for us. So getting to win the Premier League is the most important thing. But like obviously, I do like watching good football. Like you watch Man City. They play amazing football, like it's really good, and they win trophies with it as well. Like it's good to see. But like, if Tuchel gets us, like, I was gonna say, if Tuchel gets us to win Premier League this way, I don't think Chelsea fans really care.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm arguing. I think if we win the Premier League with this way, I would be happy, because I just think like I like the way we play. I just think with a better formation, with like a different formation, the back four and more attackers. I think the potential of this team could be like much better. I understand if we played like three at the back against a bigger team, but against the smaller team, I just don't fucking understand why do we need to do it. Like, why do we need to play like this against teams like Zenit or teams like Crystal Palace? And all those teams were, for me, just doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
All I'm gonna say is Ziyech wears number 22. Chiesa wears number 22 right now. All I'm gonna say.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, I would take Chiesa. I would take Sané as well, man. Sané would be good for Chelsea.
I think
people in the chat, would you take Sané for Chelsea?
I'd take Sané.
That would be good. I would take Sané as well, man. I would love Sané at Chelsea.
I've dropped my Chiesa agenda.
Anyway,
let's
move to the Spurs game, because we need to talk about the Spurs game. Spurs, what do you guys think of them this season?
Shit.
Yeah.
That's
we need a little bit more than this, huh?
Yeah, they really are awful to watch. They've been lucky in every game they've played, apart from maybe the City game, and even then, City were just toothless. I don't think Spurs are necessarily that great. Who they then play? They played Wolves and didn't have more than 2 shots before the 64th minute. Then who did they play? They won 1-0 again, didn't they? I can't remember who against. Who did they? Oh, they scored a free kick against. Was it Southampton? Southampton or Norwich? One of the two.
Didn't they fucking lose to Crystal Palace as well?
3-0.
How can you fucking lose to Vieira?
They didn't get a shot on target, I don't think.
Jesus, how can you lose to Vieira, bro? Jesus Christ. Well, that will happen when you get when you go like see what Spurs did. Yeah, Spurs went to the high end. Yeah, they went to the high end like meat section. Yeah, they saw all the steaks, aka the contes. Yeah, all that stuff. And then they found out the contes were too expensive for them. Right? Then they went a little bit lower because they were like, oh look, the Ajax manager, he would be a good option for us, yeah. Still too fucking expensive for them, right? Then they went all the way down to the fucking 96% fat ground beef, like all like the eyeballs, the nose, all that crap. And that's where they got the fucking manager from, man. No. I don't fucking understand. Like they have such a fucking interesting team, man. They have Ndombele. They have Son. They have so many fucking good players. They have Kane. And rather than play fucking nice football, man, they're playing fucking defensive ass football. It's literally I watched the second half of Crystal Palace. My eyes were bleeding watching that shit, man.
Nah,
It's
mine
such
was
fucking
bleeding 'cause Palace were
unpleasant fucking
playing.
football.
I
Yeah.
remember
Palace
your
were playing
reaction
good
to that
football.
game.
Palace were playing good football. I was loving that game. Palace destroying Tottenham.
Yeah, but only playing good football because Spurs are shit.
Oh, the Spurs are playing really
'Cause
bad
Spurs
football.
are shit. Because I remember when we played Crystal Palace, I felt like we were playing like a bunch of 11-year-old like under nines. That's what
That's
we were
their only
playing.
loss this season
Mhm.
twice, to be fair.
And who
Really?
else did they play? Who else did they
They
play?
drew with West Ham and Brentford.
West Ham. Yeah, West Ham is trash. Who else?
Oh, West Ham are trash. Come on.
They're not that
come
good.
on.
Come on.
They're
They're
a
a
Europa
trash,
League
man.
team. They're not awful.
Oh, the Europa League team. Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay,
but for
so
West Ham, this is their best team they've had in years.
but didn't they play them at home anyway?
They played West Ham away. And then
Did
Brentford
they?
at home. Yeah.
Damn, and they got 1-1. Jesus Christ, man.
They got
Hey, it could be
they got 2-2. Gallagher scored twice.
for fuck's sake, man. But still, they should be beating Palace with the team they have. I've never rated Nuno because his football is shit. He was shit at Wolf as well, and now he's shit here. I just like if it happened to any fucking nicer person than fucking Spurs, man, I would have actually given a shit. But because it's Spurs, they deserve it. Like a wise man once says, "You're shit, you're a disgrace, and I hope you get relegated." Chris, what do you think about
Wise
the
man,
Spurs game?
Kai. I don't hear a wise man.
What
I
I
hear a
reckon of the
deluded
Spurs
man.
game we got coming
Yeah.
up. I've actually been watching Tottenham and they're looking like a right mess. They drew today as well. Like they're so shit. But you know, in Chelsea sometimes they can have that one game like we had against Arsenal like last year. Like we was looking okay, I think. Arsenal in relegation battle, but we just gave them that lifeline. And Tottenham, like they can't really create that. I don't know what it is. They just can't create. And Nuno, he's actually a lot worse than Jose. He just is. Like he's more defensively. He doesn't like have the tactics. Like I don't think to break teams that well. He doesn't know how to deal with big squads either. I've noticed as well. Like they all Wolverhampton fans said to me, he only likes small squads. So I don't think he can deal with a Tottenham squad. And they lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace. Like that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Like for a club what's supposed to be maybe trying to compete for top 4 or maybe for the title, losing to Crystal Palace is just I would never want to be there. Like it's bad. Like I can embrace losing sometimes like that, but I think we should walk over them. I think it should be like a 2-0 or something. Like if Lukaku's probably playing, he's probably got scared of the living shit out of their defense. Like he just bullies the defenders a lot. So I'm gonna look forward to that. I think, and what can I say about Tottenham?
Yeah, they should.
I think we should be praying for them because we should win 2-3-0. I feel because they're getting red cards. They're just not looking good at all. So yeah, I think we should be winning that game, no doubt. Like, and if we don't, then that's down to us because that's embarrassing to us. I think.
Wait, are Son and King gonna play, or are they?
Son's out.
Yeah. About Harry Kane, man, he's looking shit as well.
He's been
I don't know what it is
shit,
with him.
You know what he's like? He's like that girl, a rich girl who didn't get like the right color car that she got. That's Kane. He's like, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play for you. Fuck you. I'm not gonna play. That's what he's acting like. Like he's playing
It's his
like.
fault though.
I mean, yeah, it's their fault because they should have sold him when they did, and now they just kept him against as well. It's not slavery. You can't just keep a fucking player because when he doesn't want to play for you.
Wow.
Now they're getting.
He signed a contract though, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean he did, but he's also a free man. So if he doesn't want to fucking play for them, if he want to kick the ball all the way to fucking row Z, he can do that as well, So yeah, he doesn't have to be a professional if he doesn't want to. But also, like, it's the same thing with any other job, right? If you're unhappy at your work, obviously because of your morale, you're not gonna perform the best. So they deserve everything that happens to them, man. For me, I don't care. For me, he can go to fucking Daniel Levy and kiss his fucking bald head, do whatever the fuck he want. I honestly could care less what happened to that fucking club. But
Do you think
Yeah,
like Harry
good.
Kane's gonna be even a threat to Chelsea? Like when we play against, I actually don't fear him one bit. Like if they got Son for that, then yeah, I would fear Son a little bit. But Harry
Yeah.
Kane, I really think Hudson-Odoi can deal with him. He's
Yeah.
just in that bad form. Like he's doing nothing. He couldn't even score today, and it was against
Yeah.
nobody's. It's just really bad now. Like I don't know how many goals he's gonna end up this season. I reckon he's gonna get no more than 10 goals this season.
I actually
I
feel
really
bad for
do.
Son. I feel bad for Son wasting his career.
Yeah, I would love him at Chelsea. I would love him at Chelsea.
I would give Mason Mount, Cho. I can't give Trent Abraham anymore, right? Because he's already gone.
Yeah. We got a buyback clause, so we could buy him back just to give him to Tottenham.
I can buy him back just to give him to Tottenham, bro. All of them, I would give all of them just to have Son in my team, man. Imagine Son on our wing. Oh my God, or behind Lukaku. Jesus Christ.
It would be amazing.
Bro, teams are getting OJ Simpson, bro. I'm telling you, they're getting OJ Simpson. We're gonna get like fucking just completely molest teams. It would be amazing, man. Instead, we have attackers. Instead, we have attacking players who can't pass. We have strikers who can't shoot.
Hey, we have Lukaku. Don't disrespect
Lukaku. Hey, it's not Lukaku. It's Lukaku. Apparently, it's Lukaku. So yeah,
you know what? Son is actually like glue to Tottenham, and if he's not playing, I don't know what they have. What they have, Lucas Moura and Bergwijn next to Harry Kane, who's like having like a strop and a moan. Like they have no one.
You know how Chelsea works. Whenever we play a team, magically the player just develops superpowers, and all of a sudden he starts playing well. Gabriel with a super chat. Don't be surprised with a 0-0 draw. Spurs manager will be defensive. We also play with with caution and have limited attack this season. It's a 0-0 draw. I swear to fucking God, yeah. If this game is a 0-0 fucking loss, that's it, man. It's all Mason Mount's fault for 0-0.
Oh, come on, Christ.
Mason Mount could be on the bench.
Thanks for his fault, bro. It's still his fault. Thank you, Gabriel, for the super chat, bro. Thank you so much, bro. But yeah, man, it's for me. It's just I'm just getting tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all this goddamn fucking passing backwards and no shooting. I'm tired of it. I love this team, but this team is so limited with what we're doing to them. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
You know the formation as well. It doesn't really benefit Reece James and Chilwell. I noticed at the wing backs. Chilwell's like kind of got used to it, but Reece James, he looks like a different man at wing back. I don't know why. So he's not looking the same way. Mason Mount doesn't look his best at like attacking right side, left side.
Wait, wasn't Reece James like robbed like the other day? Wasn't he like that mofo got robbed? No.
Yeah, he was sadly. He was robbed of his medals, his awards.
What a bunch of dickheads. They robbed jewelry, then they got like useless medals.
They're probably Tottenham fans. Like they ain't never seen shit like that in their lives.
You know what? You know why they're useless? Because if they're gonna auction them, they're gonna be found easily. So they have to sell them in the black market for like maybe even less than fucking 1/10 of the price, which I guess is good for Reece James. Because if they do sell it to any like kind of auction, they will pretty much find it.
It was Tottenham fans. They wanted trophies.
Yeah, give it Tottenham fan. Yeah, like how do you get this medal? You stole it from Reece James.
You know what? They're lucky.
If that's the Spurs team, man.
They're lucky Reece James weren't there. I think they're like, I don't know, scrawny people who just broke into a house with no one's in.
Machetes and baseball bats, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, beat the shit out of Reece James, man.
Do you not see years ago when Özil and Kolasinac or whatever his name was, they got mugged with a knife, and Kolasinac just jumped off his bike and started kicking him. He was scared of him. That'd be Reece James.
That's because Kolasinac lives in the neighborhood where he probably chews on glass and drink acid,
is he Serbian?
Yeah, he's like Serbian or Albanian or something like that.
Yeah, he's something like that. That'd be Reece James.
Nah, Reece James has lived too much of a good life, bro. He's not going to do that. Nice. Yeah, he's too nice, man.
You don't know that. Kante is his bodyguard or something.
I mean, Kante once told Sens.
Bro, I'm convinced Kante is a serial killer, allegedly. No guy is this fucking nice, bro. No guy is this smiley, man. No, he has to have a secret, bro.
Hey, we saw the real Kante when Sens rocked up, and he was like, "Let me eat, let me eat,
let me eat, bro." So I was like, sorry. We love you, Slens. We love you, Slens.
Sens' reaction was like the paedophiles and the paedophile hunters.
Oh my God! Don't bring this to you.
Well, don't bring this shit here, man. We do not condone any type of pedophilia in this channel.
No, we don't. We don't. We definitely don't.
Wait, condone is the opposite,
you
right?
guys.
We do not
But-
know. We do not condone. We condemn.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's yeah. We condemn
We
it. Yeah.
condemn it.
Yeah. But anyway, back to Chelsea, man. What formation you think he's gonna go? What team you think he's gonna go for?
He's going to.
A back three, Kai. He's going with a back three.
I think.
No,
Adoy
I know,
will start.
but what? Really, as what?
Yeah, as a wing back over Reece because of
As a
what
wing
happened.
back, yeah. Nah, the only place Adoy is gonna start is the bench, bro.
Oh,
Yes.
what a funny joke! What? Let me guess. Next to
He is.
Ruben and Timo. Oh,
Well, his
sad.
friends now they're called Three Amigos apparently.
Oh,
I
fuck.
want to see Chilwell play. I'm sick of seeing that bloody Prince Charming
Oh,
playing on
shut
left wing
up!
back.
Shut up, Chris!
He's shit, Will.
Shut up!
Like, what's he
Fuck
do?
off this club.
Daddy long legs, man. I can't stand the long
He
legs,
just
bro.
vibes up forward. That's what he does.
Bro, you know what? I was worried when he's a captain. I'm like, shit. What if he drives them all to like a fucking,
Oh.
like a team meeting, a team dinner? I'm like, fuck, man. This guy drives them to a team meeting. We need the whole fucking squad. I don't think like we have enough transfer funds to buy like a whole fucking team. Man.
Oh, okay, Kai. So first thing you think of is the transfer funds, not the fucking players. Oh,
Yeah, of course, man. How are we gonna play football, bro, if we don't have players?
Oh my god. Okay, let's just move on. Let's move on.
I think
can't play-
the back three will be Silva. Silva's definitely playing that game. Rudy
Yeah.
and AC or Aspie. It'd be one or two.
I hope
I
it's
honestly
AC.
think Silva's playing this game. Like if you saw him against, obviously we all did. Aston Villa, man, he was too good. Like he saved us from going 1-1. He's just so calm on the ball. He makes it look so easy. It's crazy. And I don't know, like I don't know who's going to be beside him. It'd probably be Aspie or Christensen for me. I'm not sure if you guys agree, but I think Silva definitely starts.
Nah.
Yeah.
No?
I wouldn't start Silva.
Why?
I'd play Christensen and I'd rather play Christensen. I think Christensen as
Do you
of
not
right
see
now.
Silva against Aston Villa?
Silva was
Alright, people.
excellent, yeah. Oh shit, we've got a
Yeah. Another super
shit,
chat from,
sorry.
from Jared. Hey guys, pick your ideal lineup versus Spurs. No personal preferences. Love you guys on the podcast. Thank you, Jared.
Thank you, Joe.
Personal, write in the comment, bro. Do you mean like what we would like to see or what we think Tuchel?
Nah,
would
no
play?
personal preferences. So not what we want. What
Okay. I would start with Mendy at the back.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Kepa
Well,
is,
he would start with.
is, a
Same
bit,
what Tuchel's going to pick.
is a bit retarded. Yeah. Tuchel. So Mendy. Then he's gonna play probably Alonso, because I don't know, for some fucking reason he like daddy long legs. Then we're gonna have Reece James on the right, and a back three of Christensen, Rudiger, and Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
And then the back two is gonna be Kovacic and Jorginho. I don't see Conte coming back this early, unless from the bench because he's still injured a bit. Then the front three is gonna be Havertz, Lukaku, and Macy.
I think it's going to be that. I think Timo, to me, I think Timo needs to play though. He just has to.
second
Maybe
that.
not Tottenham.
Hey,
Maybe the
read
next game, if it doesn't go
Chris,
well.
read the second part of the super chat, bro.
The
Honestly,
second part.
I don't see Aspie getting dropped. It'll
No
be
personal preferences, bro.
I think it'll be Aspie,
Yeah.
Christensen, and Rudiger, and then I
Reece
think
James. Oh yeah, Reece James is banned, bro.
No,
Forgot
I thought it's
about
one game because it's a
it's
straight
handball,
red
yeah.
with VAR.
Plus it's a
I thought it
handball.
was
It's
just
only
one.
dangerous play, which is 3, isn't it?
It's
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure to the.
It was a straight red. It wasn't because straight red is 2.
No, it's
I don't
one.
know.
I'm pretty sure straight red with handball
I
and
thought a
VAR.
straight one from
It was
handball was
VAR
one,
red
but
card. It was-
Dangerous play was. It doesn't matter. I think Adoy's going to play though. Either way, I think Adoy will play.
Is he?
I think he will.
It was,
honestly.
it's
Especially
a
what
one
happened
ban.
this week
It's a one ban.
with the robbery.
Chris, finish. Okay, we're gonna let the guys finish their lineups, and then we're gonna give you guys the link, and you can come up and tell us your thoughts about the Zenit game, the lineup, and against the Spuds. Like, what are you guys gonna think is gonna happen to the Spuds? So, Will, what's your team like? Chris, you finished your team, right?
I can say my team after this.
No, do you want to go first, Chris, or shall I go first?
I can go first. So Kepa in goal, Thiago Silva.
Kepa?
No, okay. Mendy.
Yeah.
Mr. Tickle. You got Silva in the middle. It is Mr. Tickle. Stop it.
Okay. Good
Silva. So you got Silva in the middle. You got Rudiger on the left, and you got AC. I think this is what I think Tuchel's got to pick as well. I would like to see Chilwell, but it's gonna be Prince Charming. And then you got Reece James on the right. I think it's a one-game ban. I'm very certain. So I think Reece James playing on the right. Like you said as well, Kai, it's gonna be Kovacic and Jorginho. You got to play them two. Our two best centre mids at the minute. DMs, whatever you want to call it. Right wing. You know what? I think Tuchel's got to change it a bit. I think right wing Mason Mount, because Mason Mount does play a lot. Lukaku, no doubt, and I think Timo actually might play.
Yeah. Well,
my defense, yeah. Obviously Mendy, then Rudiger, Christensen, Aspi, Hudson-Odoi, because of after what happened to Reece today or yesterday or whenever it was on Tuesday. Then I think it'll be Alonso, Jorginho, Kovacic, Havertz, Lukaku, Mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think it'll be personally.
People, that's our fucking lineup, I guess. And we're gonna give you guys the link.
In the chat.
Yeah, we're gonna give you guys the link. You can come on and give us your opinion about what we talked about today. Yeah.
I love the way that Jem doesn't hate
tough.
Jorginho anymore. Thank you, Jem.
Yeah, it's
Our
hard.
world is now a better place.
No,
He's waiting. That's what he's doing.
Our world is still horrible.
He's still about to... Lewis ain't here, Jam. You're gonna have to write Krusty here.
To be fair,
It's just auto-corrected. Every time he puts in Christensen, it comes out Krusty because of
Krusty the Clown.
All right. Well, hey, bro, how are you, man? What are you saying?
Hey.
It's the Russian. What's your name? Is it Daniel?
Whose name?
It's your name.
My name is Alex.
Yeah.
Alex.
Alex. Okay.
All right, Alex. What's your thought about what we talked about? Like the Zenit game.
I love the disrespect everybody gives Zenit. Love it.
I actually lived in St. Petersburg, so I know how good Zenit used to be. But it's compared to Chelsea, like they should be kind of like an easier, opposition against us, which we struggled against them. Yeah,
I agree. But people believe me, I don't like Johnny. Just one thing, but Johnny has had the point earlier. He's saying that Zenit. He was trying to say that Zenit was pressing high enough, and he was right. They weren't pressing our defense all the way to the defense. They were pressing up to the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Soon as we tried to get into the danger zone, that's when the press was started. But tried to break it before the attack was starting it.
Yeah.
That's what my point was. Of course, Zenit is not as good as Chelsea. That's ridiculous to say it, but I was just more like, you got to put the respect to the teams that actually haven't lost the game since March. And you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. But otherwise, like I was listening to y'all talking about lineups. I think it's going to be a little bit different this time.
Yep.
But in the same time, I think James is going to start. Oh, James is going to be benched, but it's going to be Aspi on the right, Christensen, Thiago, Rudiger, Chilwell. In the middle is going to be Conte, because his should be fresh now. Jorginho and Mount.
Okay.
And it's going to be the top is going to be 3: Kai Havertz, Lukaku. I think that's it, right? 4-3-3.
Yeah.
That'll be it.
Well, what do you think about the Spurs game? Do you think what's your prediction? How do you think you're going to play against them?
My prediction is going to be 5-0. Lukaku score hat-trick.
5.
You know what? They're going to be easy in Zenit, I reckon.
Yeah, yeah, I actually think so too. I also think they.
Is it true? I think it will be actually. Is it if it's true that Son is not gonna play,
He might
then
not. No.
Yeah, but you know how lucky we are. Every fucking time a player just miraculously like develop like healing, you know, and everything becomes fine with them and they play us.
I know the guy that got red card, he's definitely not playing.
Are you sure? Because when they VAR check it, it's only one like match ban with VAR.
Yeah, but he will
And-
be banned at either way because they played Palace and it was last week. So Tanganga will
Yeah,
be suspended either way. Yeah.
yeah.
Then what's his name? That Netherland guy from Netherlands, Birch something.
Berwin, yeah, Berwin.
Yeah, there was
he's
a rumor
trash.
that he's not playing either. Yeah, but he has a
Yeah.
pace, and it's
Yeah,
all
the pace, yeah, I agree.
as well, actually. I think
Yeah, you know
Lucas
how
is
much
out.
we can play against pace. Isn't he like a right winger? So he's gonna play against Alonso. If he's injured, it'd be better.
No. He's a left actually, and
Yeah,
This is what Jess. I thought so. Yeah, Lucas is out as well. Lucas Moura.
Lucas
Yeah.
Moura. Yeah, that's what I was heard too. I was like, if all those injuries and they're really gonna, I don't see the actual competition at all. But you never know.
Yeah.
It's a game, so.
Yeah. Hassan, what's up with you, bro?
No, I'm just listening in, man. How you guys been anyway, man? Kai, long
Yeah,
time no
terrible.
see, man.
Yeah, we're good, man. What's up, man? What do you think about the Zenit game, Spurs?
I mean,
Game?
with the whole Zenit thing, right? I have been watching, I wouldn't say their entire games, but I have been watching how they were attack, how they defend for their last, I think, how many games have they played? 6, 7, Redneck? In their season so far? No, Zenit, before the Champions League, how many? About 7 in it?
Yeah, it was about 10 games actually.
Yeah, so I watched about 7 games before the UCL game, right? I was thinking we might beat these guys 2 or 3-0, but they played us quite well, to be honest. Like, if it weren't for the the individual brilliance,
Yeah,
It
it was
wasn't.
going to be a nil-nil
It
and
wasn't
possibly
individual.
1-0
It wasn't individual brilliance.
individual brilliance by fucking Lukaku. That's
from
it.
Lukaku, bro. From Lukaku himself. That's
Oh,
what
you're
I meant.
talking about Lukaku. Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the Zenit individual
No.
brilliance.
I'm saying if it weren't from Lukaku, bro, we probably would have drawn, if not lost. If they had
Yeah.
a decent second.
If Lampard was in charge, it definitely would have been either loss or draw.
Bro, if Lampard was in charge, we lost to fucking Sheffield United, man. So it doesn't games. We lose to everyone.
I'm a big Arsenal fan, or Arsenal Chelsea fan, and Lampard's fan. But man, I can't forgive Lampard for those losses to Arsenal that we had. As for some reason, and for me, the biggest thing about Lampard is the substitutions. Oh man, I was going mad. I was breaking the holes in the window.
You wanna know what the funny thing was? Like he stopped. The funny thing was he stopped changing up his tactics.
Bro,
And
that's
he
all.
stopped doing the right thing.
Every time we're losing, he just goes like this. showing us his balding line, man, the whole time. That's the whole fucking time he was there. But anyway, Hassan, what did you feel about your boy Mason Mount playing like absolute dog shit for the whole game, man? Still remain on the bench.
You know I defend Mount, right? But
That's the reason I ask you, bro.
That's he's been our most consistent player the last year, yeah. And this burger as well. Yeah, sorry, I was just doing the order. And I was gonna say, right, this is probably like the poorest I've seen him in a Chelsea shirt. And I personally, for me, bro, I think he needs to be on the bench. For me.
Yeah, I think this whole season so far, he's been very underwhelming, man. He has been very bad this whole season. Other than the Reece James assist, which wasn't really an assist because he just like kind of gave it to Reece James and Reece James just shot it. Well, what are you saying?
I was saying he's the last 2 games have been probably his worst on the Chelsea shirt. So I feel like he should be benched.
Redneck, I know you're a big Johnny fan. So what do you think about Mason Mount and his latest kind of form?
I don't like Johnny, but I do. But I do like Mason Mount. I think he's too young. I will give him shit when I told Johnny, look, when he plays good, I will give him all the praise. But he was dog shit, specifically that game. And why Johnny pissed me off, like he does not stick to the story that he goes by. Like he was saying earlier that because of the rest we gave him against Villa, he needed 2 or 3 games to adapt to the to catch up, kind of.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like he was rested on Saturday. He played in England on Wednesday, and the Championship League is on Tuesday. So basically, he missed not even a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you lose in form less than a week, like what happens if we don't have midweek games? We just have one on Sunday and another one on Saturday. So every time we need like 2 or 3 games to get adjusted. I like Mount. He's 22, but when it stinks, it stinks.
Listen, Redneck. You know what Johnny's like? Johnny is like those kids, and you ask them, "Did you eat the cookies?" And they just find every fucking stupid excuse to lie about not eating cookies. But you look at them and you see the fucking cookies missing. That's Johnny. It's everybody else's fault. Yeah, he blames everybody.
You see the crumbs. You see the crumbs on his face.
Exactly. It's the midfield's fault. It's the midfield's fault. Then it's the defense fault. The midfield is not so fast. This is not so fast. Everybody else's fault.
You wanna know what's funny, right? He actually blamed the pivot.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that made no sense to me.
I saw. He said. Didn't he say?
Do you know what the type of guy
too slow? Because didn't he say
what did you say,
too slow?
Yeah, he said that no, the pivot was too slow. But if you look at like how Chelsea attack, like it goes from our pivot, they pass to the wing back sometimes, and then the wing backs push to a 10, and like it goes from there as well. Like our 10s help to attack to Lukaku or our striker, and then we go into attack. But like to me, Mason Mount just goes to that game. He was a ghost.
He was, for me. It's not even. It's not only his passing was shit. Yeah, so he can't blame the midfielders. His ball position was shit as well. He was losing the ball every fucking time he got it. He would pass it to Zenit players, and then
there's a couple of times he literally passed
I'm not gonna lie, man.
Zenit players. So for me, he should have been taken off.
I'm not gonna lie. I think he's been burnt out, man. He needs a rest.
That's what happened.
Yeah,
he's been burnt.
Players like that will burn out.
Don't forget though, he has even last season where you were having like a game every 3 days, he was playing like 90 minutes, as well as internationals. He was playing 90 minutes. He's been burnt. Put him on the bench, and hopefully it'll be a lot better.
Yeah, Hassan, thank you for coming out, bro. I'm gonna rotate.
Yeah, no worries.
Take care, bro. Same thing to you,
guys,
Blue, man. Thank you for coming out, bro.
Yeah.
Take care.
Cheers,
man.
It's nice talking to you, Alex.
Hey, it's my boy Jim. How you doing, Jim?
Yeah, I'm alright. Sorry,
doing?
I've got really bad internet connection, so if I end up cutting out when I'm talking,
What is new, bro? There's nothing new, bro. I always have bad internet connection.
always when I'm in a certain
man.
position of the house, you know, when I'm in a certain
Yeah,
position of
yeah.
the house, it just goes.
It's been a
Usually when
minute,
I'm-
man. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm alright, Kai. How you been, mate? You
Yeah,
alright?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Still waiting for my Havertz shirt, man. I got like the 3rd kit for this season, man.
Did you get the third kit?
Yeah, I did. I got the 3rd kit with that Havertz
Medium.
on the back with the medium, man. Well, this is medium. And look at this shit, bro. Like
Yeah. It's perfect.
looks to
though.
me like double D's, bro. So I'm still waiting to see like how it's gonna look on me, man. But yeah, I'm excited for it, man. And I
Yeah,
got
same.
like the cup printing as well, so it's all orange.
I love the.
Oh,
I love that
Third
top,
kit's
but my
my
brother
favourite.
grew up on it.
Yeah,
Yeah. The third kit's my favourite
I
kit.
did not need to know that, Chris. Jesus Christ, man. Why would your dog talk?
He was drunk and he used my top.
First of all,
I'm pissed off with him.
why is your top on the floor so your dog can throw up on it, man?
We was away at Greece, and it was in the bathroom. Yeah,
Doesn't make-
that's
doesn't-
some time ago.
That
I
doesn't
don't want
add
to know
up,
the rest of
bro.
that story.
That is
Chris.
one of
That
the stories about why Mount was shit, man. Doesn't add up whatsoever, bro.
My top's ruined.
Abs, how you doing, bro? It's been a while,
I'm
man.
chilling,
How you
man.
doing? Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Talk to me,
man.
bro. Talk to me. What do you think about the Zenit game? What do you think about Chelsea lately? What do you think about the Spurs game going forward, man?
Well, Zenit, we were shit because of Mason Mount, and that's bad.
Jeez.
It weren't just Mason Mount. Let's be serious.
No,
We know.
But bro, his right toenail was too big for his boots and make him uncomfortable, so he lost the ball. You know, it's all this Johnny trash, man.
I thought Hakim Ziyech was worse, if you want my honest opinion. I thought he
Bro,
was.
again with the Dumb and Dumber, man. Dumb and Dumber, bro. It doesn't mean shit for me. Both of them.
The
Yeah,
only
they
player
both
that
did
actually
shit,
could
bro.
hold his head up was Kovacic. I thought he was
Yeah.
wicked. Do you know
Yeah,
that?
he was.
Yeah.
There was only a few people who were pretty good. Our defense, Kovacic, Lukaku. Lukaku's link up in that game was actually pretty good. Like he's chesting the ball down to the ground or controlling it and then passing it to the side and then to the side, like fucked it up again. Like
When
Lukaku
the
was
fuck
just
are we going to get rid of this? When are we going to get rid of this fucking snail on the left? He just keeps getting in the team. And I don't
Prince
understand it.
Charming.
It's
Prince
painful.
Charming. Prince Charming.
You know what he's like, Jim? Have you ever had those pugs with the long ass legs who come in the summer in your house, right? And they move like kind of fucking all fucked
Oh,
up
don't! It's painful.
because God didn't make them right. That's Alonso, bro. That's fucking Alonso, bro.
He's painful, man.
That guy is not supposed to be put back together like this, man. Oh my God, man. And when we made him captain as well, man, that for me, man.
I don't know why Tuchel done that. There was no because Thiago Silva was playing that game. I don't get it.
Bro. If he takes them to dinner, if he drives them to dinner, it's Tuchel's fault, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's Tuchel's fault. But yeah, what do you boys think about like the Spurs game coming up, man? You think we're gonna? I think we're gonna molest them, to be honest, because that Spurs team is just absolute dog shit. What do you guys think?
3-0, man.
3-0.
Yeah.
That would be nice, man.
Well,
remember, it's the European champions turning up.
I think I think it'll be tight. The only reason I think it will, it's not that I think Tottenham are great because I don't. I just think it's just got that London derby effect. You know, London derby must be quite tighter than we expect. But the only thing I'd say is defensively they're shocking. I mean, Eric Dyer and whoever else plays at the back of them now, Romero's not even played a game yet for him. So like it's they're very fragile at the back. I just see Lukaku just raping them the whole blooming game, man. Literally, like it's going to be ridiculous.
Hey, man, let him rape, man. Let him rape. I don't mind him raping them like for the whole day, bro. As long as we win. But the only thing is Lukaku has to rape on his own, bro. These guys, they can't shoot, man. I'm not surprised Timo Werner has no kids, bro. That guy can't finish.
But it's not even just him, Kai. Like one of the biggest issues that I have with our team is not just the fact that Lukaku, the signing of Lukaku is great because we needed someone to score goals. But the issue that I still think we have at the moment is the people behind him. They need to contribute. They have to have more.
Do you think it's a formation thing, Jim? Do you think the formation thing? Because I feel like they're uncomfortable playing this now. You know,
I've already said it. I said I think it's because for Christian Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech to continuously drop stinkers tells me that they're just not comfortable in the system. The only people that suit this system for me is Mason Mount, on a good day, and Timo Werner. Even though we laugh about him being crappy,
and Havertz,
it actually suits him. And Havertz. So it only suits half of our attackers. You know what I mean? Which is not good.
Do you think we should change formation too then? Because Kai thinks we should.
We should. If you want my honest opinion, I think we could score more goals if we had a different formation. I think this is formation. Yeah. Because we play with Alonso and Reece James, and they're never really going to give us much, and we lose an attacker in that position.
We don't want to change shape completely and then be conceding left, right, and centre. If you go, what I mean.
No, I get that, but we would score more. I think we'd look much more better on the eye if we had another attacker on there. Right, rather than having
let's say we switch to a 4-3-3. Let's say whoever you want at the back line in goal. Obviously, it's going to be Mendy. You have Jorginho and Kante for me, which are the first two names.
Or Kovacic.
Yeah. Who would you have as that last option? Would you have Mount or Kovacic? I think Mount. But I think
it depends who we're up against.
Rotation.
Yeah, I think it really depends. I think you could play them both, but in different games depending on the opposition. Like if we're playing against a low block team at home, I think I'd rather play a Mason Mount. But if we're playing against a team where they're competitive in the middle, like a Man United, then I would like to see Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho in that middle together because I think you need that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
Do you? I was gonna say, Jem. I don't fear like this person, but do you fear Harry Kane for this game? Because he's looking awful.
I never fear Harry Kane. I never have.
It's just he's already slow. Oh, go on.
Yeah. He always drops stinkers against Chelsea. You know, I always scored a cut in a couple of games. But if you think about the games recently that we've come up against him, he doesn't do. I don't touch wood. He doesn't do.
He's not scored against us. Sorry, has he?
That's what I'm saying. He just doesn't. He struggles.
Yeah. Josh, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
You're good. What's up, man? What are you telling us?
This came on now, so I was going to talk about Mount. I saw the title.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Enjoy, bro.
Mount.
That's what I look for, man.
Yeah, so Mount, yeah. Me personally, I think he needs time out of the firing line right now because the last two performances I've seen, so the game against Zenit and the Super Cup, and even Crystal Palace, like he's not been the same from last season. Even the Euros, he was poor. So this is not a new thing. So yeah, I feel like he needs to be taken out of the firing line. I think there needs to be more reliance on the more experienced attackers, aka Ziyech, Werner, and etc. etc. But the thing about it is against Tottenham, I'll actually play him against Tottenham. But after that, I think I'll take him out.
What do you think about the formation, though? Do you think we're struggling because of the formation, or do you think like the formation isn't the issue? It's the individual like quality of the players.
The thing is, I still don't trust our defenders to go back to a back four. Like I'm not there. Like I'm not buying the Christensen and Rudiger thing in a back four yet.
You wouldn't trust Rudiger and Thiago Silva to play in a back four, and then rotate Christensen in.
And you have James, or then you have James and Joe are the fullbacks.
Yeah.
In
my opinion, it could work.
Yeah.
Because you have those two guys who already played in fourth most of the time for the back. Yeah, Joe.
Do you know what I think the issue is with Mason Mount?
Though? Yeah, go on.
No, do you know, I think the thing is, it's not even an issue. The thing is with Mason Mount, and hence why people do criticise him, is because when you think about since he's got into the Chelsea team. This is his third season now. The first two seasons, let's be serious, I think he's sort of overachieved in a personal level in terms of how he's played, how he's stepped up, and what he's done for the club, because he has been very important for us in the last two seasons. I think he's been quite an important player for us. He's really delivered where he should be. When he has a drop off like he did the other day, where his final balls are passed, where we've set such high standards of him, I think it becomes more noticeable, because when you think of someone like Bruno at Man United, who set the level so high when he came to Man United, and we had a couple of bad games, and everyone was saying, he's this, he's that. I think it's just because we have such high standards of him that when he has the game that he has, we kind of criticise him more. We notice it more because we expect more. Does that make sense?
The thing with me and Mason Mount is like the Amsterdam red lights. Like if you go on it on a good day, you see like all this beautiful woman, and if you go on a bad day, on a weekday, you see all these women who are rarely a 5. That's Mason Mount. There's no in between, bro. It's either a 10 or a 5, bro.
What a great comparison.
A player on his bad day shouldn't be this bad though. Like he was making Saul mistakes. Like I see no difference between the game against Zenit between what happened with Saul, bro. He was out. He was horrible, bro. How did he stay on the pitch? He was losing the ball, but he didn't get the same fucking treatment that Saul get.
Honestly, though,
it was Saul's first game. Yeah, go ahead, Will.
Yeah, I agree with what Jem's saying. I totally agree. Whereas I feel like as well, because he's been consistent, very consistent in my opinion, the last year and a bit. I feel like we sort of not judge him at an age where he's not at, but he doesn't feel like a player that is still young, if you get what I mean. It feels like people judge him to the level of like a 28-year-old, which is, and I get why he deserves criticism when he plays bad. Every player deserves criticism when they're bad. But when you've got Hakim Ziyech, who's 28 years old, 0 chances created in 2 games, are you crazy? You're meant to be this creative god. You're creating less chances than Kovacic, who apparently can't create. It's so frustrating. And I've tried to get behind Ziyech, but it's fucking difficult when he shows nothing.
He's bottom in the pecking order for me. I don't even know why Timo Werner's not being given the opportunity to at least see what he can do.
5.2.
I think for what Tuchel sees in Ziyech is his final ball in the final third. Like he's actually good at that.
It's been shit, Kai. It's been really bad.
What final ball? He doesn't see. I don't see anything. All I see is running around the pitch.
Hey, for me, Jim. You know my opinion about like the majority of these guys. What's his name? Ziyech is he's inconsistent as fuck, man. we might as well have like we might as well have one of our women players play for again instead of him, man. The guy is made out of fucking plastic. He just dies every time he plays him. You have Pulisic, who's basically made out of fucking biscuits, man. Every time he moves his knee in a bad way, he breaks it. Then we have Chol, who is who's like fucking as useful as a condom with a fucking hole, man. Then you have who else do you have? Who else do you have? No, honestly, bro, honestly, like who else? Do you have? You have Mason Mount. I'm not gonna go back with the red light district, like fucking
Yeah, we know
metaphor,
Mason
man.
Mount, yeah.
But you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like if he's hot, he's like really hot, but if he's cold, he's fucking shit. So for us, I've always said that we needed an attacker in the summer other than Lukaku, and we didn't do that. And I get it, Lukaku's a good player, but what happened when Lukaku get injured? What happened when Lukaku gets so fucking like so marked out that he has no fucking space to move? Then what? Then we have to rely on these idiots. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
we're always outnumbered. We're always outnumbered in midfield, and we're always outnumbered in attack because all the other teams they play 4 at the back.
I think honestly, we need a player that can change the game out of nothing, we do have that player, but he's never fit. We do have Christian Pulisic, who when he's on it can be that difference.
Yeah, but he's also quite inconsistent, though. That's the issue.
I think the issue that Tuchel needs to suss out really quickly, and it's something that I don't mind rotation. I'm big for rotation. I think we have good depth to do so, providing the players are actually playing well. But you watch the Mason Mount and Hakim Ziyech performance behind Lukaku, and you could clearly tell there was no chemistry between the two of them. They shouldn't. Yeah. It just doesn't work. They both want to go deep, which means like what Kai says, you leave Lukaku isolated on his own, fighting against 3 or 4 people. When you need runners, you need people to run behind him. You need to support him. And for me, what Tuchel needs to understand is who can play with who. And if you're going to play, I think if you're going to play Lukaku up front, you either have to play a Hakim Ziyech or a Mount with either a Kai Havertz and a Werner. So either Kai Havertz and a Werner. The reason I say Kai Havertz and a Werner is because, or Pulisic to a degree, is that they're runners. They will always make runs behind them, and they'll be next to Lukaku. They will support him. When you play Mason Mount and Hakim Ziyech, they always want to go deep and play 1-2 passes and just play that perfect ball, which they can't do at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So they come in ineffective.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think it's sorry? I'll let you go in a minute. Yeah. I think do you think that our team, like our attackers being this young, is kind of like a hindrance to their performances? Because if you look at Lukaku, right? Lukaku's experienced, right? If we have gotten like another attacker, another number 10 or a winger who's also experienced, who can score goals, do you think it's like it will benefit like the rest of our like attackers, or do you think like it's not really an issue of an age? Because for me, it's like I think they're lacking a lot of experience, and it shows. Because even Havertz is hot and cold a lot, and I love Havertz. I think there's a potential for a world-class player as well. But sometimes, like he has the same thing that Mount has sometimes, that he's just hot and cold, And I really don't like. What happens if we're gonna get a game where we're not gonna get like?
But Kai, that might be the difference.
If things don't go their way, if things don't go their way, our players are not the best, Like let's be honest. Yeah. They don't play well. But if we are winning, our players are amazing. Like the way we pass, the way we press, the way we shoot.
Yeah, because we have a system.
Like, everything falls to place.
Yeah, because we're
not always going to be in control of games, though, Jim. That's what worries me.
No, but do you know what it is, right? The final third for me are not benefiting from this system. But where we don't concede any goals, and we don't look like we're going to concede any goals, then
if you get the odd goal here and there.
Yeah, if you get the odd goal here and there, I think that's what Tuchel's looking to do, and hoping that the chemistry ticks up front. But I do think he has to switch it around, because I agree. I think we are very inexperienced up front. Hakim Ziyech and Lukaku are our most, in form, in prime players in the team up front, and part of the issue I say why we won't win the league is because the players behind him are very young. They are going to be inconsistent, and they're going to be very raw. And maybe we do need to balance it by bringing another experienced attacker in just to help in games. Because when you're relying on Pulisic, who's never fit, Havertz, Timo Werner.
What I was saying, Jim. I think we have too many young players. I think for me, if Cho and Pulisic have the same season that they had last season, I think we should replace them with a.
I think Cho should go if he don't play.
Yeah, with a bit of older players, maybe 25, 26. maybe a Chaser, Kisia, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, Chaser.
I can't pronounce it.
So he's about.
So we can replace one of those guys, or a Sane, or somebody who can potentially be more experienced, to tag. And then we have like the younger players, because I think now we have too many younger players. Abs, what's your point, bro? What's your opinion about the whole conversation?
No, I was saying for time we should go get Sane. Sane's wavy. He's Premier League proven. He's what's it called? He's got his all-round game is quite good. His decision making is second to none, and on the ball he's generally quite good. What's the point of having Cho, who's very very inconsistent? Pulisic, who when he's on it is looks like one of the best players in the league, but's always in hospital. Ziyech, who can't pick a pass out to save his life. And then Matt and Havertz, who do similar-ish jobs, except Havertz is as well. It's hard, man. We need someone like a Sane. I'd even take Gnabry at this point. Gnabry, I think will do a good job. Or
don't let Marshall hear you say that. He'll be on the stream instantly. He'll be on your ASAP. He loves
You know what? You know one guy who I would have taken, who no one speaks about, but I think would have done a pretty good job for us. Even though he's
Fatu, you're always eating, bro.
I had to pause every Marshall.
Every fucking time I see you, bro, you're eating, man.
I'll take
every time. Every fucking time. Go ahead, go ahead.
I'll take
Sorry,
he's eating protein shake.
Protein shake, man. No, man, he's eating double, triple chocolate with 3 shots of fucking vanilla, bro. Go ahead, Dabs.
Yeah, you know one
He's
guy
eating Van James, nice ice cream.
Who never
let me finish his point. Yeah.
Who's a sinking ship right now? I thought would have been a good idea. I would have gotten Depay,
No,
Think about it.
Not Depay. Not Depay.
Yeah. Well, look at Barca. Barca's shit right now, and he's actually a good player.
Yeah, it would have been cheap as
Yeah, but he wanted to go to Barca though, didn't he? He wanted to go to Barca anyway. So
Yeah,
that's
because
why
he's a fucking idiot. That's why, Kai. His decision making is like in real life on the pitch.
Yeah, Josh, go ahead, bro. What were we saying?
Yeah, I think there's one thing we are missing in the system we're playing is 3-4-3, and I don't think people have spoken about this, but the importance of the wing backs is so important because that is also where our creativity comes from, and our wing backs are poor. Like it's very poor in terms of going forward. Alonso is a goal scorer.
Reece James plays it too safe.
Yeah, Reece James is too safe. He's not even a wing back, so I think that's definitely a position that it was obvious that we were looking at replacing or trying to get a right wing back with Hakimi and Traore. Even with Traore, we're trying to get Traore. So it's obviously an area that we are lacking because I don't think we can go this season with a James or a James Cho and then a Chilwell Alonso fullback, wing back thing, because that is actually part of our attack. Because with the 3-4-3, it's usually the 3 centre backs, and then the 2 6s that defend, and then it's the wing backs and the 2 10s in the striker that basically attack. And our wing backs are poor. I can't really think of in the world right now like very good wing backs that are available. Obviously Hakimi would have been perfect, but
PSG,
even Nuno Mendes that went to PSG, I wanted him so badly, but no links. So I feel like in the transfer window we need to go and get proper wing backs if we're going to continue with this 3-4.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, I think our youth is kind of a blessing and a curse, because young players are inconsistent. They're not as consistent. I think like we are playing against a Liverpool and a City team fighting for the title against 2 teams who've been playing with each other for a long time. The more experienced the player, the more consistent they become. So that's my only worry. I think our squad has a lot of potential, but for us to reach that fucking bridge, we have to find something that is going to work out now. And us having mostly young players in the majority of the positions, it's kind of scary for me.
I think
give me a second, Jim. Josh, Abs, thank you for coming on, bro. I'm going to rotate a little bit, Take care, peeps. Thank you so much for coming on,
Guys.
What are we talking about? I'm going to miss the top.
Why are you saying something?
It's about food, Fatah.
Oh,
No, I was just going to say, I think why our wing backs do actually struggle as well is because the 2 behind the striker they're just ineffective. They don't make runs. They don't really help. I watch Alonso and I watch Reece James when they get out of the pitch.
They're slow, Jam.
slow.
but even when they're there, a lot of the times when they're there, there's no one around them. Like it's like what they do. It's like what they're going to do. They want to like do a 1-2 and run off, and there's just no support from our two behind, especially when Ziyech is playing. You know, at least when Havertz is on the pitch, you see him make runs behind and they try and find him. Do you know what I mean? He like sort of opens the play up by doing that, but Ziyech don't help do that. Mason Mount sometimes does it, but not all the time. You know, it's a headache. It's a headache.
Yep.
You know, Ziyech though, like before, I was gonna say, like he was actually doing that in pre-season, but then after that injury, like in the Super Cup, I don't know if it's because his arms a bit like sore right now or something. Like you do need your arms to move around. Like people say you don't need arms, you do. Like when you run around the pitch, you move your arms around. Like maybe I don't know if it's a bit sore. I don't want to give him too much excuse. He's 28 at the end of the day. Like he does need to step up this season. If he doesn't, then he's out the door. So I do want to see what he can do.
Yeah. Salma, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, good. Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, not too bad, man.
The main issue for our team is that we don't have a guy that can take on a player like one-on-one. Like we need a dribbler in our team, like a consistent dribbler that can take on this player. Pulisic can be that player, but the injuries and the inconsistencies. Like,
no worries, Jim. Take care, bro. Take care. Thank you for coming, man.
Cheers, guys. Sorry, mate.
I'll see you later.
Okay, bro.
I'll see you in a bit. Yeah. See you later, man.
Yeah, go with someone. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, especially when you play low blocks, like passing around won't affect. We need to drag the defenders out. So the player that I think you should target is that Federico Chiesa that plays for Juventus. He's like the perfect profile of.
We did bet for him, but he was too expensive. They didn't want to sell him.
Yeah, we're gonna pay. I think he has a release clause of starting next year of 100 million euros.
Because, like watching, remember back in the day when we had a target man like Diogo Costa, who was the player that was dragging out defenders? It was Eden Hazard. Hazard was the one that was dragging out defenders.
Hazard, I missed that guy, man.
He will pass the ball to. He won't get the assist sometimes, but he will pass to like a Fabregas. And Fabregas will find Diego Costa. So we need more dribblers because none of the only consistent dribbler that we have in our team is Pulisic. But Pulisic, I know everyone's saying that he's injury prone, but we need consistency. We need Pulisic to play 5 and 6 games and see how he works out with Lukaku. I think the best combination would be Lukaku, Pulisic, and Havertz.
I agree, bro. That would be a sexy ass fucking lineup. But Macy has to fucking be shoved in there, man. He's like a roofie pill, man. He gets shoved down our throats. But Fatur, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah,
man. Yeah, you like that? You like the roofie joke? You fucking sick fuck. Come on, bro. What are you saying? What are you saying, man?
I was gonna say,
yeah.
I feel like Mason needs to step up. That's it for me this season. And yeah, the criticism that he gets yesterday, which is really understandably so, that I think he deserves one, because I feel like yesterday's cup, not only yesterday, I would say Aston Villa, something doesn't feel right about him. It doesn't take excuse like, oh, he played 9 minutes for England or something like that. Oh, hold on, Kai Havertz didn't had any preseason at all, and he was playing really well. So yeah, he
actually played for his country, unlike Mount, who barely played, but yeah.
Exactly.
You know, one thing I noticed too, is that Man City and Liverpool, they got shooters outside the box. We need to have a lot of shots outside the box too.
Yeah,
that helps a lot because once the opposition knows that you're a shooter, it will drag out the centre backs, and there will be space in behind.
Yeah, but I think the style we're trying to play is a lot of short passes, using the space. I don't think that's what Tuchel is trying to do, because he likes to have control of to have control even when we press. He likes to press high, so I don't really see him trying to just waste shots unless it's Rudiger. But when Rudiger did it, he argued with him about it. But yeah. But anyway, people, I think we'll wrap it here. We've been going for a while now. Thank you guys for coming on. We're gonna keep doing the call-in show. I know you guys enjoyed them. I like making them. Fatou, you're eating again. What is that? Is that a McFlurry? What McFlurry?
Ben and Jerry.
It's Ben and Jerry. What's wrong with that?
Oh, I have a Ben and Jerry as well, man. I'm gonna have some as well.
Bro, it's really hot out here, man. Come on.
Yeah, you can feel you, bro. I can feel you. But anyway, people, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you guys for the guys who came on and gave their opinions. We're gonna do this weekly. Thank you to Will. Thank you to Chris. To everybody else. Thank you for Fatur for always making me like fucking cheat on my diet with these delicious foods, bro. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Don't do drugs, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.